Good afternoon, Internet Running World. You're looking live from my lair, my basement, where I can fit all my computer stuff, like two monitors and two printers. I am taking this idea from Antoine, which I think is great, and that is, let's not type out things and read them. Let's just make video recordings. And I happen to have a webcam just lying around because I have overkill regarding my photography equipment. So let's use that, and let's find a screen grab so you can see all these technical geeky things instead of doing screen grab prints and print them out and having click on that, but rather make this a little more interactive for everyone. So today was my first real goal race of the year, the Emerald City Half Marathon. I have a second monitor, so you'll see me look off screen at my show notes. For my training, I was hoping for two things: a great taper and great weather, and the weather was fantastic. It was mid-50s, sunshine came out eventually. Race starts 7 o'clock, which is about the time the sun comes up. No breeze really, but it's a really fast course for PRs. If you don't PR this course, you must be going downhill a mile because it's that fast, and as long as good weather, which end of August in Ohio. Last year was 70s and humid. Year before that, and this year was mid-low 50s. Really nice. First things first, the winner of the Best Guesser contest is Aaron. You're off by 9 seconds, and in honor of you, I'm wearing my Harbaugh shirt. Gotta keep it close this year. So give me your email address, and I'll shoot you an email for $13.10 to Starbucks. So you get two basically caffeinated desserts. And go back to the Garmin page, which was a fun time. I saw more people than I expected to see. I knew. Shane, you'll hear more about later on. He's like, says, "Hey, I'm Shane, Steve from Strava." Oh yeah, then it's like someone you never met before, been following because you follow each other on Strava because you're both from the same area. But talking to him a few minutes, and then saw another guy from Race Penguin. I'm doing a race next month in pacing, Saddle River Run. Check it out for Central Ohio. We're 1-2, will be pacing 1:30. And saw Matt there, chit-chatting a few minutes. And a few more people to talk about later on. But it was an interesting race because my legs felt great. The taper went fantastic. First 2 days of the week. The first run was normal. I did my interval workout Tuesday morning, and it was okay. Then again, it was still warm enough, and like you're still like in training mode, so you're not going to quite go as fast. Or I don't go as fast during my training runs before I race because I taper, so you go faster. Race day, second half of the week was really nice, but it's almost kind of like weird that okay, my running's easy. Statistically, everything's going well. Fatigue's going way down. But yeah, like a heart rate's higher. I don't know how that played an effect. I don't know. So one thing that leads to more questions and answers moving forward. I'm trying to talk in circles. Hopefully this won't be a 20-minute rant I have because I have a tendency in going those. So I apologize. Try to keep your own notes because you may need them. Let's go on. This Garmin Connect right here. 13.11 miles, and that's exact pace. 1:26:20. It'll probably never happen again. You run almost exact total mileage for a race in the time, which just basically means you hit the watch the right time. So in case you're a geek, here are all the numbers for Garmin Fenix 3 HR with the heart monitor, which, heart rate. This is a few races I've had that actually were heart monitor for, so I can't judge previously what my heart rate is when I'm running this effort. My training runs I can, but training runs and races are two different things. I just can't go as fast for training runs as I can for races. 175 and see, highest heart rate for this run I think was 194, which I think is as fast as highest I've seen. Who knows what my actual max is? That maybe whatever. But nevertheless, you're definitely in zone 4 up here and toward the end. It's definitely, let's switch this to distance. I don't know why time. I don't do time and distance garbage. Figure that out. Anyhow, back here we're doing 180s and at the end, which so I'm trying to kick as hard as I can. Whatever. It's your 187 beats per minute. Stride. That's interesting. Stride length 1.3 meters. Yeah, I'm taking maybe strides 4.5 feet, which is crazy. Try to walk that, you look like an idiot. Run Kings are kind of interesting. 188, which is high. I ran Philly marathon, I think was 184, and that was kind of like medium is good. Again, though, I was looking down, okay, 193, that's not gonna last. Actually, it was kind of, it's kind of stayed around there. Most of my training runs 180ish because I'm going slower, but then it's 188. Then again, I'm a high cadence person. People do 170. How do you do 170? I have to run in death march mode or on trails for that. Vertical ratio, I don't really know what this. Basically, the harder, faster I run, the lower it is. If you're Meb and Rupp and other guys, you'd be lower probably. But ground contact, I don't know. Here it's crazy. 47, 53, yada, yada. That's about it. It's usually around 48, 49 left. Whatever math we're going to do for the right. Temperature, whatever that is. Good. These are two fancy features that makes it take forever to save and load, but maybe one day that'll mean something for these two. And total numbers, aerobic training effort 5. I don't know, last time I had one was 5. Average heart rate is 179. You can read all these yourself. Average pace 6:35. It's funny because my pure marathon per Garmin is 6:48. These splits. It was, my plan was to go out 6:30 and go from there. Maybe next mile stick 20 and go from there. Best case scenario, which 6:30 felt great. Taper was excellent. It just was something that I don't know. My legs felt fine, but I couldn't shift any gears. Use that car metaphor. I don't know. I'm 6:35, 6:39. It just felt the same, but I was going slower. Literally, it feels like I was in a nice steady state, fast aerobic effort. But what is this? It's one of the races that I feel like I could run a 6:40, 6:45 marathon, but maybe do 6:30 half. No, but I could run a slightly slower pace for a long, long time. I don't know. Shane, the one guy I mentioned earlier that I saw, and I'm just kind of I guess I'm kind of down, well, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to think, why am I running so slowly? I see him at mile 6 or 5.5, 6, and then it's I get a burst. I've run hard because we run with someone, so I ended up ending out running him for a while, for a couple miles, and running with someone else. Okay, 6:22, 6:27, cool. I got this. That's where it could be, should be, could be, yada yada. Then it's kind of like you hit a little like whatever for a mile or two. Then in about mile 9.5, 10, catch up with him again. Then through there on out, we both run next to each other, stride for stride, until the very end. Which he ended up PRing by 3 minutes. He's 41, I think, or so. I'm 30. So it's kind of looking at the first and half splits, it look even, but you actually look at miles. I'm like, no, those aren't even. It looks like I'm yo-yoing and not knowing what I'm doing or getting energy versus comeback. Energy versus comeback. I don't know. Maybe it's because I look at heart rate. I was freaking out too much. Like, I don't know what my heart rate is. I'm racing. It's almost a new dimension I have to experience to know, or just race more. Because even with my training, okay, intervals, you don't race that for more than a quarter mile. Lactate threshold, the few I've had, it's last Thursday. After a couple miles, I stopped because I'm just getting so hot. I feel like I'm going to heat stroke, heat exhaustion, whatever. Because it's hot and humid. Dew point 76. It's summer, so what are you gonna do? It's like even if I woke up, at dark 30, it's still hot. My schedule, like I'm not acclimated to waking up early enough to facilitate that, but nevertheless, it's just, I don't know. It's coming from this. I'm like, my endurance is really high. Like, it's one of the things how most people have a problem of, you can run fast, you have no problem hitting your speed things, but put you in a marathon long, no, you're gonna crash and burn because you don't do enough endurance stuff. It's an endurance event. You gotta run long distances, slow pace. It's the way it works. Physiology 101. But I like the opposite of how I worked more on like getting faster, be a long, slow workouts, not let's just use fancy, complicated interval trainings that track coaches have to do because they don't know any better, because that's how their track coach taught them and they never did anything different. I don't know. I think moving from this, it's keep doing. Just we're going more toward fall, so I think we would hit the tempos and the threshold runs better. I think just getting used to running at 6:34 miles, 6:24 miles. Just that help me run faster, more than just doing 8, 15, 20, 30 easy paces, because I can run forever fine. It's just I'm just right at a 3-mile run before this and a 6-mile run after this, 22 miles a day. My legs feel like I ran 8 miles at a zone 2 pace. You gotta work on deficiencies. If you're fast but not fast in marathons, either you gotta work on your endurance, or maybe that's where you are. Maybe it is what it is. Some people can't crack that. I don't know. Kind of time and zones. Assuming this is correct. There you go. 27% zone 5. Now, if you don't have Training Peaks and something else, I recommend this app. For like me, who can be thrifty on Chrome, Stravastics, whatever it's called. It's a free plugin. If you have a heart rate monitor with Strava, you can install this Chrome plugin and you can find all this nice data. I can find out. It's interesting. It's right here is when I started doing all these doubles, like double Monday, double Tuesday, yada yada. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I work and I'm busy. I only do 1 run a week, so that's why I see like it's me recovering when I'm working all day. My feet 12 hours. Go figure. But excuse me, I've been drinking beer all day, so I get a little burpy. Bombs up, race day. Now, you can kind of see how my fatigue has been going down, even though I've been doing kind of same work every week. So it's that's kind of cool. Like you see the yellow red line thing going up, so you're getting fitness and your fatigue's going down simultaneously. Which here's our race week. This was the day before. The day before is 22.5 freshness. So it's basically race mode. You're ready to race, which I just felt fantastic. Yesterday was a beautiful day. It's really hard not to go from the run because you said 4 miles, easy pace to I did a few strides just to kind of kick my legs in, get some of the cobwebs out because you go from running 11 times a week, 80 some miles, 4 doubles to 7 times a week, only one intensity. It's like, it's almost, to me, it's almost too much tapering perhaps. Maybe that's one reason I just couldn't kick any gear because I went down too much too soon. The other side of the S curve. But let's go through those slowly so you can look at the dates and Grand speed. All the numbers here. There's today, even today, 3 runs. We have, back down to -10 form, which is also, I think also they have -10, -30. I think highest here in a few months was -70-ish. Which, okay, you're exhausted. My idea was kind of like the summer of Malmo-ish, to where you just run, and like when it's nice weather, you feel great because you always workouts. It kind of worked for me, but then it's like, kind of did it. 126.20. To me, I want to do, honestly, my thought was faster than 123. I don't know if that was just unreasonable today, was just delusional, if it was achievable, but it wasn't your day, or just something wasn't right. Don't know. But I think kind of where I go from here, I think I don't know, what do you think? Whoever watches this, tell me what you think. Just more faster runs at higher speeds to get your bike used to that. I think part of this kind of mental. Maybe it might have been because I was like overanalyzed my heart rate in that effort during my race. I don't know. Might have been that. I mean, it's not from lack of effort a mile, I'll tell you that much. But I'm just gonna kind of continue doing. It's just since I decided to forego marathons for here, kind of, I'm going to focus more on 5K and half. Because those are short when you're doing marathons and thinking of ultra races. Half marathon is nice speed work. 5K might also be a sprint when you're thinking about doing hundreds next summer. My shoes, since I'm an unabashed ultra ambassador, were the 1v3s. I like them. A lot of people are ambivalent about them because they're not pure racing flats, because they're about 7.5 ounces, not 6.2 ounces. But I think what they are is really nice. They're a little, for me, size 11.5, everything's not that. They kind of fix the sizing difference between models. It's a stiffer sole and snug enough to where it's just like kind of works in a way, kind of like you kind of glide, running faster. When you're running slower, it's fast. It's because it's fast. It's constructed quickly, and also it's lighter. But when you're running fast, I find how stiff the sole is. You kind of glide with that, if that makes sense. Versus a pure racing flat, it's just so light. It's like a slipper. I've had racing flats that it's a slipper. It's a sub 6 ounce slipper. You run faster because there's nothing in the shoe. It's better than running barefoot. So I recommend that. People compare that to Escalante. Escalante is in a class by itself for many reasons. If there's one shoe you ever buy again in your life, so that's the part, by the Ultra Escalante. Would not be disappointed. The Ego Soul is outstanding. I had the Fresh Foam by New Balance years ago, and it was a disappointment because I figured it's just not fresh foamy. No, the Escalante is that and better. The knit upper is outstanding. The only dock anyone thinks is because of knit sole. If you're doing sharp turns, no, I don't know. It's a little loosey goosey in top because it's the upper is just not steady, stable, snug. But it's a knit. What do you expect? Outside of that, unless you're playing basketball, and that you should be fine. Shoes. It's like a kick out of Garmin and their VO2 Max. It's a VO2 Max, a sexy metric used for endurance athletes, whether it be a distance runner, a cyclist, or a cross-country skier. Yeah, more about cyclists, I think, than runners, because runners don't really care and yada, yada, yada. Even then you have someone like Salazar, who runs 208 and was still relatively low. And then you have Prefontaine, God rest his soul, had like 90 VO2 max. Who knows what you've done. But anyhow, just before the race, I checked the VO2 max for kicks and giggles. And after my warm-up, it was down to 53. 53 is just under 130. My race was 3.5 minutes faster than that. So if you want to know your actual VO2 max, don't look at your Garmin. Go spend $250. Be a masochistic lab rat for half an hour or so at a sports lab and find your VO2 max when you can be gurneyed to a treadmill and be, just running the most difficult run of your life to maximum exhaustion, and you find your VO2 max. The advantage of the VO2 max metric would be just seeing your progression. Is it going up? Is it steady? Going down? Even if it's steady or going down, maybe it's because you've been training for months and you're fatigued, so you can't hit the same high notes as you were when you were only running 2-3 days a week or just started. Who knows? It's a fun, sexy feature. Just like Heart Rate Monitor, it's kind of like, I think it's better for judging trends than absolute. Okay, upcoming races. It's funny because next month I'm pacing 130 at the Saddle River Run. So if you're in Central Ohio, sign up for the Saddle River Run, and that will pace you to a 130 half marathon, which I know is just a few minutes slower, whatever. That's kind of the same term. I'm going to say from the race I did today, but 650 and trying to do a 620 pace or 9-day difference as far as I'm concerned. After that, Columbus Half, which just from today, I kind of learned more about my fitness, so I should improve 2 minutes, I think, just based off that, know how to pace better, knowing what to do until then. We'll see. Weather for Columbus is usually really good. If anything, it's too cold for people, but you know what? If you're not cold, we're going to race. I think it's too warm. After that, nothing in docket I've signed up for until Boston, which I can register for in a few weeks. Got my sub 3, be able to go next year. And then a few races I actually have signed up for next year, but they're spring. A few ultras I'm doing next summer, but kind of just more about day in, day out progress. What I can do today, get better. Speaking of ultra, the one I was paced for the 100 last month, the Burn River, I saw her afterward. She's a doctor, so she was part of the medical unit, so I was chit-chatting with her at the end. Kind of nice sitting here a little bit. Another guy, Ron, from my Grandview Run Club group, saw him. He did a great job today. He's going to try to qualify for Boston at Columbus in a couple months. So that's about it. My show notes here. I bouncing everything. And looking at my official race results, 27th out of 1157. Apparently, I don't care much about chivalry. 10th out of my age group, which I don't know why they have 10 years. It's a big enough field with a big enough company. Twinasonic, you can do 5 years if you want. Like as I previously mentioned, the splits look even, but if you look at the mileage, it looks kind of yo-yoing-ish. Like, what are you trying to do? Is it like hilly? No, it's not hilly. I just don't know that pace apparently. Running calculator for funsies. Plug this in. Right now, I'm predicted for a 8-second marathon PR. If you look at JD, VDOT, it's actually slower. Get to max of 53.5, which is actually the more specific VO2 max Garmin gives me. So there's that. This program I'm using for screen caption is Screencastify. I thought, I guess, for fun, maybe in the future I do more of these. So I did spend a couple of dollars to get the full plugin. So I have longer recording times. I can upload this with a file I can actually use. I don't know if it's MP4, whatever, I don't know, but still photographer, not videographer. Might as well speaking Greek to me about all of those video acronyms. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. Any suggestions, etc., etc.? Love to hear them. And go out and have a run. Every day's a great running day if you're not running lightning.